What's going on, everybody? We are back for our weekly WWE review for the week of 11/13 to 11/19. So let's kind of just jump right into Raw. Uh, the opening segment just was set up basically to kill time. We opened up with the entire roster that is going to be in Survivor Series on the ramp or on the stage, just kind of building it up. Kind of like I said, it felt like it was just to kill time. Hashtag 3 hour Raw. And you really when you think about it, for the first match, what was the first match on this show? Was it Jericho? Or no, it was DJ. Yep. DJ, are you there? This fool. This fool don't know that he.
Sorry, I didn't. I pulled a Justin. I didn't realize that I had muted myself.
Yeah,
The first match. I'm trying to think.
because I remember whoever it was, they were on this stage originally. Then they went backstage just to come out and to do their entrance.
Was it the it was the Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns thing, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. But that just I just had to shake my head that they had to do that just to kill time. But the Jericho, Rollins, and Strowman backstage segment I thought was pretty funny. With Jericho giving them scarves, I thought that was pretty funny. The cruiserweight division backstage segment to me felt really forced. It didn't feel natural at all. It just and I don't like when they have segments like that where you really feel like it's like really scripted. I like things when they just feel natural. Even though yes, we know it's a show, whatever. But the Lesnar Goldberg segment was funny too. I also saw a couple other indie guys that I knew from the local Pennsylvania scene, and then up and down the East Coast, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool when you see anybody that you kind of recognize from your whether it's your local indie scene or other guys that you've seen maybe on YouTube or whatever, because they do use a lot of the local indie talent as the quote unquote security guards. So that's always cool to kind of pick out maybe guys that you know or you recognize. But what are your thoughts on the War of the Raw?
I was excited going in just because it was kind of the go home show to Survivor Series. I kind of wanted to see how they were going to do it. Plus, I know we had the whole face off between SmackDown and Raw, so I thought that was pretty cool how they were going to do that. I kind of want to see how they were going to do that. Yeah, the whole like start of the show where they had like everyone on the ramp or whatever. I was like, okay, all right then. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just like I don't know if I just wasn't expecting it or something, but I guess I just wasn't expecting it or something. Then when Sami Zayn defeated Bo Dallas, I was like, why? I was like, of all the jobbers you have for Sami Zayn to come out and beat, why does it have to be Bo Dallas? The ironic part about this is they've been pushing Bo Dallas. That's not how that works.
They just realized, oh wait, we're pushing Bo Dallas. We can't do that.
like the bad part is they have the last couple of weeks they've been pushing Bo Dallas, and then they're like, let's just feed the Sami Zayn because that's how you push someone. That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. I thought that was dumb. I was so mad about that. I knew it was gonna happen from the moment I first saw it. I first saw Bo Dallas come out, but I was like, that's real dumb. I did like the Braun Strowman Chris Jericho segment. I like Braun Strowman when he actually gets a chance to talk. He's actually kind of funny, just as he's like he's one of those guys that's like, he's the big guy who can beat you up, but he kind of has that like sense of humor in him, like where he's just being himself, I guess you could say. And I like hearing Braun Strowman talk besides saying yeah, like he does in his entrance. I like hearing him actually talk a little bit. Um, Brian Kendrick versus Sin Cara. LOL. Um, okay. The cruiserweight division, though, yeah. Um, oh, oh God. The Lesnar Goldberg face off. I was really excited for this. I just wanted to see how it was gonna go. Um, honestly, Brock Lesnar should have been booked like this his entire life. Um, because they done goofed a little bit. Like I like how he's being booked now, personally. I just think he feels more like a star, but he also feels like more like he can just beat you up. And I like that Brock Lesnar better personally. I know Casey likes the kind of original Brock Lesnar, but I actually like this one better. I think there's just something about him. He has like a mystique about him that I just really like. I enjoy whenever he comes out. I hate him as champion, but he's a heel, so I should. But I was excited to see this face off again because really I didn't expect any like blows to really happen on this one because obviously the match is coming up. You don't want to give too much away. But I like that Goldberg beat up every security guard ever. Like there were some that weren't even at the show. They probably felt the beating that the security guards got tonight or Monday night. Um, I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, the segment with the women, it was kind of weird. It was kind of just off. Um, it was I don't know. That I whatever. Um, I did like they did that tag team match though. I like they kind of put the bitter rivals together to kind of force them to work together and everything. I like that they did that. Enzo Amore and Big Cass with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson going up against the Golden Truth and the Shining Stars. Um, I like this one. I did. It was actually the SmackDown one that I hated, that I skipped multiple times. Um, I don't know why I didn't like the SmackDown one, but I didn't, and we'll get to that here in a second. But for some reason, I just did not like that match. Um, and then I like the confrontation between Team Raw and Team SmackDown. And I like how it kind of spilled over into SmackDown a little bit too, but we'll get to that here in a second. Raw was Raw.
What was it? Raw.
It was Raw, as a freaking Vince would say.
I actually thought it was a little bit cooked, just a little bit like seared on the edges a little bit, I didn't think it was fully raw, but get it? Because it's a joke. Ha. Anyway, I'm gonna change up the script a little bit. We're gonna go to NXT next because we got something special for SmackDown. Let's go to NXT next.
Hold up! Before you get into NXT,
Okay.
tell me. I do want to know because Casey got on me real hard yesterday about how we should do the takeover predictions after we watch NXT, which I agree. But still, tell me what must see moment that I missed in this NXT show that had anything to do with takeover.
Anyway, let's talk about NXT. Yeah, but yeah. We will get to what I thought was going to be something amazing, and then turned out to be freaking Elias Sampson. I was so mad. Anyway, I did have one big problem with Peyton Royce's entrance. It was
beautiful.
There was not nearly enough camera shots of Liv Morgan during their entrance. I was like, "Where's the?"
I agree though. I think they did mess up the Peyton Royce shots all wrong. It was just the angle they were shooting it at was just wrong to me.
Yeah, it should have been all on Liv Morgan. But then, Billy Kay had to come and help Peyton, because she can't do it on her own, because she just can't. Yeah, but I uh, I don't know if I like the whole Paul Ellering in a shark cage thing. I didn't realize they were doing that until I watched NXT tonight or last night. I didn't realize they were putting him in a shark cage. I thought he was just banned from ringside. Uh, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. We haven't seen something like that since like WCW. Um, but I mean, I don't know. But they now we get to my favorite freaking part of the show. They wasted a perfectly good return on Elias Sampson. The same Elias Sampson. Nothing changed. Literally nothing changed. I've never rooted for a
Did they need
jobber
to,
as hard
did they
as
need to
I've rooted
change
for this
anything
jobber.
though?
What?
Did they need to change anything though? Like his build was going well until he got injured.
I didn't even realize he got injured, but
They said it on commentary.
I no, I mean before that I didn't realize he got injured. I didn't know. I just thought they fired him, and I was hoping that they fired him. I was really hoping that
Well,
they fired
obviously, they didn't fire him because he was on the freaking mannequin challenge. He was the first guy.
him. Anyway, even the crowd wanted the jobber to win. They were chanting that dude's name. Like Elias Sampson sucks. He's terrible. Um, I'm excited for the 6-woman tag team match that they set up. It's going to be Aaliyah, Liv Morgan, and Ember Moon versus Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and whoever they pick as their partner. Or it could just be a handicap match. Three
I
on two.
wonder will it be like a return or something,
Uh, maybe.
or a debut maybe. I don't know who would be debuting though.
Yeah. Um,
Sarah Lee.
probably not. No, didn't know. The one thing I had a really big problem with is they promoted NXT going to Osaka December 3rd by saying that Shinsuke Nakamura will defend his NXT title against Samoa Joe. So did they just completely ruin the outcome of Toronto by telling us that going to bruh? Like, come on now. DJ, talk about NXT.
Yeah, and NXT do stuff like that. But oh man, NXT. There was nothing on the show that was like that like did anything for Takeover. Like there might be a 6-woman tag team match, I guess. Is basically is what they said on the show. But I didn't think it was that bad though. I enjoyed it. I I was so excited to see Peyton Royce. I love that girl. Like her and Billie Kay, just the combination. And then you got Liv Morgan on the other side. Like I can't oh my good this the women's division right now. It's at the top. It's at the top, baby. You got Liv Morgan and Peyton Royce in a match, and then you got Billie Kay on the outside. Then you got Aaliyah coming out. Like they doing good things right now in NXT with the women's.
Hey, don't be forgetting about Ember Moon. She be looking
Yeah,
she
yeah, you
looking
right.
good too. I'm just saying.
You right. Emma be fine though. She do. You know. Uh, but I was excited about that match though. I like Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. I don't know. Like I don't know if she got injured or what happened with that, but that was dumb. The way they just like took her off TV because LOL is WWE. Um, the Elias Sampson return. I was so hyped, no. I love Elias Sampson. I don't know what it is about the drifter gimmick, but I like it a lot. Um, and I think he's better than people give him credit for. And he's a heel. Like, have we gotten to the point where we can't boo heels anymore? Like I think we've gotten to that point where like if we boo a heel, it's because he sucks. So that's why we don't like him, not because he's a heel or nothing. You know. But I like Elias Sampson a lot though. I think he's pretty good. I like the drifter thing. I like that he can't sing worth a lick. I love it. That's heel he personified. When you do stuff that you think you're good at, but you're not good at it. Oh, I love that. Love when heels do that. Um, and then the Andrade, Cien Almas, Cedric Alexander match should have been on Takeover. I like that they put it on NXT tonight. I think it should have ended in like a screwy finish, disqualification fall or something like something should have happened with that to push that to take over because those two deserve it and they've been building that feud pretty well. I feel like and I like that Cien had to turn heel to get his old gimmick back to like his full-fledged Mexican Godfather gimmick back. I like that he had to turn heel to do that because for a while there they just made him into he's Mexican guys. All right, cool. And I don't like that. I like that he was kind of unique when he first came out, and now they're trying to get back to that, which I like. Yeah, that match should have been on Takeover. I get it though, because Cedric Alexander's on the main roster, so it's kind of a hard thing to do to have Cedric Alexander doing both. I guess I don't know if they wanted to do both. I don't even know if he's booked in a match though, so they could have did it. I don't think he's booked in an actual match on Survivor Series, so they could have did it at Takeover. I think they should have, personally. But I don't know. I'm just more excited for Takeover to see how that's gonna play out.
All right. Now, let me just do this right here.
Oh God.
Because, hold on. Okay. First of all, I got see this chair right here. See it right here. I stole this. From
He probably bought it for more than $5.
Stole it. I stole it because I was in the front row, and I was like, I'm taking this, and they're like, you get that, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm taking it, and they're like, no, it's in your front row package, and I'm like, but I'm taking it, and they were like, okay, and yeah. So
I hope you really did that, like I do. I hope you really just was like, I'm taking the chair, darn it.
But anyway, I'm gonna do SmackDown a little differently because since I was there, I did write notes on all of the segments and matches and stuff. So, first of all, DJ's not going to be able to talk much about these except for saying, "Oh my God, that's awesome! I didn't see it yet." But there was a dark match between Ricky Martinez, a jobber, versus James Ellsworth, and I was hyped.
Another jobber. Oh,
I was so hyped. Pretty short match. Nothing special, but James won, so I was pumped. Then we had the main event taping. We had Rizongo versus the Vaudevillains. Another very good match. Of course, why would you ever let the Vaudevillains win? Ever.
Another very good match with two teams they never use.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the second main event match was Apollo Crews versus Luke Harper. As usual, Crews loses. Crews get the.
I bet you that was a good match too, though, right? Like Crews and Luke Harper, man.
It wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't.
Oh.
I mean, it was. Except I knew that Apollo was gonna lose. As soon as his music hit, I was like, "Yep, he's gonna lose." Because LOL, why would you let him win? Ever. But anyway, I did like the opening video package for the 900th episode. I was kind of upset that Shane and Daniel didn't come to the ring just because I was in the front, but the place where I was, you couldn't see them on the stage because the stage isn't elevated for SmackDown like it used to be. because why would you want us to be able to see them on? Anyway, thoughts on the opening video package or Daniel Bryan and match?
I mean, I was just excited to see, them like they always like promote the fact that this is a 900th episode, but like I guess you don't really like you think about it, but like if they didn't promote it as much as they did, you wouldn't think about it. And I like that they kind of just so you know, this is the 900th episode of SmackDown. I like that they do that. I've always been a fan of them promoting the fact that this is the blah 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 episode of SmackDown. I also liked. I know we'll probably talk about this here in a little bit, but I liked the kind of old footage. I always like when they do that for like the anniversary type shows. Because it kind of takes you back to remembering how old freaking SmackDown really is. Or I mean, SmackDown's not even like it's been out for a while, but it's not like terribly old, and I like that they, that they did that. I like that how they did that tonight, or I keep saying tonight.
Tuesday. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of talk about the video, like the videos. I did like them. It showed some of the kind of big, main segments in SmackDown's history. It showed the DX Express getting destroyed by Austin, Cena's debut.
I'm sure you were mad about that one.
They showed that while Nikki was in the ring waiting for her match, and I was like, ha, I get it, because Nikki, I get it. I see what you did there, WWE. I see what you did there. Yeah. Was there any of the packages that you wanted to talk about, or the videos that you wanted to talk about?
No, I just like them in general. I just like that they did them. It kind of reminds you that it's an anniversary show.
Yeah. So, getting into the first match, it was the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Honestly, it was awesome seeing The Miz and Ziggler, or Ziggles, as I like to call him, live. But I really didn't feel like this was the best match that they've put on. And maybe it was just because I was there live, and you can you pick up. I feel like when you're live, you kind of pick up on more of the, that looks sloppy, or, that didn't look right, or whatever. But a lot of their moves or their spots did kind of look a little bit sloppy. Like I said, I just feel like they've had better matches. Not to say that they don't put on good matches. I just feel like this wasn't their best. But then again, you were in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania for your 900th episode because, yeah, I don't know why they did that. But when the Spirit Squad got knocked to the floor, I feel like we were all more interested in them talking on the floor to each other. That was kind of funny. But it was definitely a good match. But like I said, some of the moves just kind of looked a little bit sloppy from what we're kind of used to with Miz and Ziggler. But definitely a good match. I was confused with the outcome because I feel like if you were, and I think I said this on our predictions of Survivor Series, if you're gonna do the whole, title versus career, why would you have Ziggler lose the title this quickly? That completely just takes away everything that he fought for. It just completely discredits, that, career versus title match. To me, it felt like. I don't have a problem with The Miz winning it back. It just felt like it was too soon. It like they didn't really care about the whole, I'll put my career up on the line for the title, blah blah blah. I mean, are they going to just do that again? What are they going to do with Dolph Ziggler now? But anyway, and I kind of other people have said this too, and I kind of agree. I would rather have seen Ziggler versus Sami Zayn. Miz is going to be good against Sami Zayn. I just think I would personally rather see Ziggler versus Sami Zayn, but either way, it's going to be a good match. Thoughts on the Intercontinental title?
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I mean, I think it was hard to outdo what they did at No Mercy, and I think you kind of had that added stipulation in there too that kind of made it even better. Because you were very much emotionally invested. I think we all came into this match knowing it was going to be good, but I think we came into it too knowing that Ziggler was going to win. Like I don't know if there was anyone who was saying, "Yeah, Miz is going to win this back." Nope. Um, because obviously Ziggler had just won it, and we're used to long title reigns for the most part when you win a title, but nope. I guess not. But I really don't know. I thought the match was good, but I was just surprised that Miz won. I think that's what really got me. Is I was watching this match and I was like, wait, Miz, Miz won. And I don't really understand it. Like I love the Miz. I do. I think he's good. I think he's really good at it. And I get it. You want to go face versus heel, but like you don't always have. Like didn't Vince say like forever ago that you don't always have to do that? And then they continue to do that. Um, I just don't understand why they gave it back to the Miz. I mean, Ziggler kind of needed more because we've seen Ziggler kind of go through his little slide, I guess, where obviously Ziggler's still good, but the fans don't care about him if they're not putting anything into him. And that's kind of the issue with Ziggler is like Ziggler is good as anyone, but when you feel like he's not going anywhere, you don't really want to cheer for Ziggler or care about Ziggler. And that's kind of the issue. And plus, it would have been kind of a very similar story when you think about it. Um, it would have been a very similar story having Ziggler and Sami Zayn go at it. Ziggler's a veteran in WWE, but he's always kind of been that underdog. Whereas Sami Zayn's he's a veteran in wrestling, but kind of young in his WWE career, but still he's still kind of that underdog all the time. So I feel like it would have been like a good story they could have told with it too.
Yeah. Then we get a backstage segment where Daniel Bryan is trying to rob my girl Alexa of her rightful title. She had her foot on the rope. It was there. I was mad. I was ready to jump over the barricade, go backstage, and defend my girl. But the security guard was right there. I'm pretty sure they would have jumped on me. So I didn't. That's the only reason I didn't. But I would have. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that DJ has no thoughts on that, other than Alexa lost.
Yeah. By the way, Alexa lost. She lost and she lost, and then you know what she did? She lost. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. I like how Daniel Bryan did have me cracking up with when he was like, I don't know what you're doing with all this with his hands or whatever. That for some reason, it was just the hand motions, the position of the hands. It was just an odd point in the show right there, but it had me cracking up. Um, but I like the segment, and then I like freaking Natalia coming in and doing her coach thing. The funny part is she's not even in the match, is she?
I think she is, though. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say because they brought all the teams out. I could have swore I saw them.
Actually,
I could have swore I saw them. She wasn't in the graphic last night.
now yeah. Now that I don't think she
I
was.
think she's just the coach with
Yeah.
my air quotes that no one can see.
He doing air quotes. I can't see him though, but because his camera's off, so I can't prove that he's doing hand quotes. So he's probably not. He's probably not. But anyway, we get Oni Lorcan, aka Biff Busick, versus Kalisto. I was so pumped to see Biff. Oh, I think I was the only person in my section who actually knew who he was, unless you watched, NXT religiously or you knew him from PWG, which I don't think anyone did, or any other indie promotions. But
Because WWE fans don't watch any promotion.
yeah, but that opening uppercut, that was epic. I was like, yep, it's over. It's over. Just 1, 2, 3 right there. And then nope, he didn't. But I think the IC title match, should have been a little bit shorter, and they could have given a little bit more time to this match because, I mean, yeah, Oni Lorcan at this point is just a newbie, a jobber, whatever, from NXT, and Kalisto, haha, LOL, it's Kalisto. But I think they deserved a little bit more time. This match seemed really short. I don't know if you felt the same way. Any thoughts on the match?
It felt really short, and I I like Kalisto's effort. I do. I like Kalisto's effort. This man tried to do that springboard. He failed real bad. He did. He failed real bad. And shout out to Biff though. Like I said on the freaking predictions last night. Shout out to Biff for seeing what was going on and making sure that Kalisto didn't look too much like a fool and jumping on him like right after he did. And then Kalisto hits his Salida del Sol and it's just over. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works. No. I was kind of mad about that. I was a little bit mad. I feel like Kalisto just has no momentum right now. He's just coming back from injury. He has zero momentum. Shout out to Kalisto for being Mexican. I got you on the Spanish references. I got you, bro.
But yeah, I think that's one thing that kind of is unfortunate for a lot of wrestlers that have a lot more experience, like a Biff Busick or whatever, because the majority of WWE fans just watch WWE, so a lot of them wouldn't pick up on, like DJ said, Biff kind of knowing exactly what to do in a point where where Kalisto botched a move, so he swooped and knew what to do. A lot of
Sorry.
A lot of WWE fans wouldn't pick up on that and wouldn't, give him the respect that he deserves for that. Like, a lot of guys wouldn't know what to do there. And, in a match, yes, it's one guy versus another, but you're working together to make that match work and look good. So, if, Kalisto, if you don't make him look good, you're not going to look good. So I just, a lot of
the one thing about Kalisto too, like, and I don't know what it is about Kalisto, but like, doesn't he feel very Sin Cara-esque to me? To you? Obviously, he feels like that to me.
Is it the mask? Because that's racist.
No, it's just the way he is. Like he's been absolutely terrible the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. He was just coming back. He had the good lucha thing, cause, but like he just looks like, and I think it's funny because Sin Cara messes up one move, he'll hear about it for the rest of his life, even though it's not even the same person under the mask. He'll still hear about it. But Kalisto messes up that move. No one will say anything about Kalisto. I'm just saying, like, I mean, Sin Cara is trying to revitalize his career now. He needs to take off the mask and like, I don't know what they're gonna do with Sin Cara or Hunico as he is now, but like they need this that needs to go away. I would love for him to freaking, like, obviously this would be difficult to do because they don't necessarily look the same, but if he revealed himself as Andrade Cien Almas, that would be a way they could go with that. I know people know it's Hunico, but still.
Yeah. I mean, or they just do anything with those two. I think it would work out. Because we already call Andrade Cien Almas the unmasked Sin Cara anyway, because he stole his ring attire. I'm just saying, it looks the same. Um, I don't know. It's unfortunate with and again, it's unfortunately it's a race thing with the Mexicans and the Japanese guys that WWE just doesn't do anything with or know what to do with, which is
And then when you're not given the chances to do anything, because it's funny, because like anyone else could do what Kalisto's doing and mess up, and we wouldn't be nearly as critical. But because Kalisto doesn't get the amount of reps that everybody else does, I feel like it's kind of like that for him. Like it's unfortunate, it's unfortunate that he messed up on that one move, like a move that I couldn't do. But like I just feel like it's unfortunate that we are so critical of Kalisto and Sin Cara and whoever. I would say Shinsuke, but he hasn't done anything wrong, so I can't really say Shinsuke. But we're often we're critical of the foreign wrestlers more than we are the American wrestlers, if that makes any sense.
yeah. And I mean, I think this is an entirely side video that we can do just talking about the Hispanic and Asian wrestlers because I mean we could talk about Sin Cara, we can talk about Kalisto, and kind of even going back to Eddie and Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio because we never had any issues with Eddie or Rey Mysterio, and it's like I don't understand how WWE can do so well with them, and then from then on they don't know what to do. They suddenly don't know what to do with these Mexican guys coming in. Like,
Yeah, and I mean they started out well with because when like I think they do a good job of making it a big deal. But like the issue with Kalisto especially is it wasn't a big deal when he came up. Like it was cool, but it wasn't like a big deal. And plus I feel like he was always kind of attached to Sin Cara, which always put a stigma on him because the unfortunate thing about Sin Cara is he's never gonna get the fact that he botched his like first entrance up. Like he's never gonna get that back. So like I think it's tough for him, even though the guy underneath the mask has changed multiple times. It's kind of hard for him to run away from that.
yeah. But anyway, that'll be. I'm sure that'll be a separate video or something. But moving on with SmackDown. I did like all of the Undertaker teasers throughout the night. With the backstage area, I thought that was definitely cool. Definitely kind of built up the excitement of Undertaker coming back. Any thoughts on any of those?
Yeah, I enjoyed those too. I really liked the one where he picked up his hat. I thought that was freaking amazing. And how the fans just reacted to it. I thought that was great too. And that's kind of what I've been saying about the fans. Like, you know, if the fans are excited, you're excited, and that's kind of like that's one of those things that I feel like still gets lost today in wrestling because the fans sometimes like to sit on their hands and not do anything. I do it all the time at wrestling shows, where I don't do anything ever. But it's just kind of how it is. Like the fans are a big piece. Now, if you're watching the show without sound completely, it's a little bit different because there's no sound. You don't expect the sound to be there. But like because the fans are there and you're watching it with sound, it's one of those things where like the fans kind of make the match. They make the segment. They make this. They make that. And I don't think the fans necessarily understand that all the time.
Yeah, and another thing, just with the fans, I think I was talking about how for their 900th show, why would they come to a relatively small city like Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania? They barely come around here anymore anyway for any shows unless it's a house show. But I think that almost helps them as well, just because we don't get the live shows as much. So we're so excited. The fans in the arena are so excited that you get that, that big excitement. I feel like you don't get that as much with other places that they go to. Like, and this is nothing against, Amy or anything. No, but places like Cleveland or, New York City or whatever, where WWE goes a lot for, Raws or SmackDowns, I feel like they're not going to get that reaction from them just because they're so used to, Raw or SmackDown coming to their area. I think when Raw or SmackDown comes to an area where they don't come as much, you're gonna get the excitement out of the fans, and then to add on top of it that it's the 900th episode, and then you add that the Undertaker is gonna be there, and then you add that Edge is gonna come back with the cutting edge. It was definitely a good idea for them. After I think about it, after a while, to come to a smaller town, just because. Kind of like DJ said, if the fans are into it, you're going to be into it. And I feel like the fans were definitely into it, just being there live. The pops were big. I don't know if you could really necessarily tell as much on TV, just because sometimes WWE does filter in sound in the audio, like cheers. I mean, not that WWE would ever do that, but they have. But anyway.
But WWE also does a good job of miking up the fans too, miking up actually the way they mic up the crowd.
Yeah.
Like you can hear them clearly. That's kind of one of the things that TNA struggles with, just because they don't have not necessarily the funds, but they don't necessarily have. I don't know if they really know the best way to do it with what they have. And WWE obviously has money to boot, so they can mic up every freaking fan if they want to, I guess.
Or turn them down when they're booing Roman Reigns. But yeah. And I know this next segment, DJ was hyped to see King Booker.
You know me so well. I was real hype. I didn't know who it was gonna be, but I was excited because I was actually looking at my phone during this. Because I was just kind of going back and forth, and I look up and it's King Booker. I was so hype. I was so freaking excited. I like that he came in and kind of did his thing. I didn't necessarily understand how he applied to the tag team aspect. Like I get it, but I feel like normal Booker T would have applied more to the tag team aspect because of Harlem Heat. But I was still excited to see him. It didn't make any sense to me, but I was excited to see him.
I don't think it had to. We were all hyped to see King Booker. But moving on. We had Nikki Bella versus Carmella. And you know what? I'm going to admit it. I will admit it. Nikki looks good in person. I'm just... I mean,
wow, that took a while.
I can't lie. But one thing I didn't like was the prolonged opening lockup. Stop doing that. Stop doing the lockups where you're locked up for like a minute. Just stop. Nobody likes those. Nobody. They're dumb. Stop it. But I feel like for me, this match seemed so much better live than watching it back on TV for some reason. Until Charlotte came out, then everyone was trying to kind of see her and get pictures of her while we were there, which was kind of cool. I at the time I wasn't expecting anybody to come out from Raw, but at the back of my mind, I was pretty sure something was going to happen with somebody from Raw. And then seeing her was kind of cool. And then the rest of the Team Raw comes out, and Team SmackDown for the women was kind of cool. And then oh my god, Alexa and Sasha in the same arena as me, and oh my god.
I know you're gonna get to a certain point here in a second. Yeah, I know you're gonna get into a certain point about smells here in a second. But did you get a whiff or something? I'm just wondering.
No, but did you see Alicia Fox's shorts though? I'm just saying. I, I was like, girl, those they might be a little too short. I'm just saying. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah. Alexa and Sasha, they was there, and they both looked over at me, and they winked at me. They know what's going on. Uh, you know, I told him I was busy later on, so I couldn't do nothing. But I said next time they come around, we gonna do something. Yeah, DJ.
I was excited for this match. I still like the way that they're still building this feud, even though it's all Team Raw versus Team SmackDown pretty much. I like that Charlotte kind of came out and did her thing. Just annoying the crap out of Nikki Bella practically. I like that. I like how they did that. I thought that was pretty funny. And then freaking, I don't know if you saw Naomi when the whole brawl started, but I don't know if she was like shaking or if it was her freaking colorful freaking boots that she wears now, but she was like looked really shaky on that top rope when she was doing the springboard. She stood up there forever.
She did.
She stood up there like forever. But I like this though. I like this segment. How freaking Dana Brooks' face right now. I like this segment. She was so shocked. She's not on the doggone team. What is she doing there? Anyway, um, yeah, I'm going back and watching these two to kind of remind myself a little bit because I didn't catch Dana Brooks' face at first. Oh, this girl, she was so shocked. But I like Nia Jax running through the freaking barricade. I was like, I know this is gonna happen. I know it. I know she's gonna run herself through that barricade. It's gonna happen. That was pretty freaking funny. I just enjoyed this segment. I thought it was good. It was a good way to continue to build the whole Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, and this is kind of what we were talking about. How we want to, you want to see like Raw invade SmackDown or SmackDown invade Raw at the right times. Like and when they're not doing it all the time, it's a pretty cool moment when it finally happens, and that's what I liked about this.
Yeah. Then we had the Lesnar Goldberg video package that was so long live. It was so long. And then immediately after, we had the shooter preview. This was so long. I don't know if you felt the same way watching it on TV, but it was so long.
I actually looked away during the Goldberg Brock Lesnar video package. The reason I did that was because I know they're going to show this at the pay-per-view and on the pre-show that I'm going to watch. So I was like, I don't want to watch this 8,000 times, and I've seen it before too. So I was like, I really don't want to watch this 1,000 times. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to watch it. And that's what I did. I just kind of looked away for a little bit on that one.
All right. I didn't have that option. I was there. But the 16-man tag team match was pretty awesome. Three of my favorite teams on one side with the Spirit Squad, so I knew they were going to lose. But yeah, I was so hyped to see the Vaudevillains again with the Ascension and the Headbangers. I was so hyped. Even though I knew they were going to lose because, LOL, why would you ever let a team that I like win? Ever. But this was probably my favorite match of the night. Slater and Rhino on the outside were awesome. The Usos slamming into the barricade was awesome. On TV, it doesn't look like Connor really knocked them hard, but they slammed into the barricade. Like I gotta give them props on that sell. They took that barricade shot. And then I don't know if it's the conditioner or shampoo, maybe the body wash. I don't know what it is, but it be smelling real good. And I thought about being like, hey, Jimmy, Jay, what you be wearing? What is that? Is that like what can I get that? But I didn't. I didn't want to be that weird guy. but man, you know, they smell real good. I'm man enough to say, real good. You know, it's definitely, like I said, I loved Slater and Rhino on the outside. Um, there was a part, I don't know if you could see it on TV, but Slater goes over and he slaps Mojo Rawley on the ass 3 times, and I was done. It was so funny. But they were definitely funny on the outside. We got a "We Want Slater" chant going on. Y'all heard it. We started it. Yeah. And but anyway, thoughts on the 16-man tag team match?
For some reason, I cannot get into this match. I don't know what it was. It probably was a good match, but I could not get into it for anything. I don't know why. I don't know. I think it's because I knew what the outcome was gonna be. So I was just like, I don't care about this match. This ain't even gonna be fun. So I didn't watch it. I kind of just looked away for like the rest of my life.
Oh,
It
okay.
was.
But did you see me on the front row? Did you?
I saw you on the front row. I was like, Mama, come here. I was like, do you know who this is? She was like, it's Casey. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm famous. Anyway, next we get the Cutting Edge, which was awesome. I was so hyped for Edge. And then I was so hyped for Edge and Ellsworth doing a 5-second pose, and then AJ ruined it. I was so hyped. I wanted a 5-second pose so bad. Then when Taker came out, the arena exploded. We were all so hyped. He looked really good. I know a couple WrestleManias back, I forgot which one it was exactly, where he didn't look good at all. He looked, sick. He didn't look well, but he actually looked really good. I was surprised. I like that he said, WrestleMania will no longer define who he is, and he's back taking souls and digging holes. I wonder if he's, actually really back for a while. I hope so. Kind of like I said in the prediction, I hope he's back for a little while. Because like I said, he looks good. He looks like he could do a couple more matches. I don't know how he's feeling physically, but he looked good. I also liked that, he and Edge talked about how, about building SmackDown, and how, if they failed, they have to basically deal with the dead man. That definitely added a little, more tension to the match coming up on Sunday. Thoughts on the Cutting Edge?
I was excited for the Cutting Edge too. I didn't realize Edge grew his hair back out though. That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. It felt like WWE Edge again, right? Like Edge with his haircut feels like retired Edge, but like Edge, Edge with his long hair and his ridiculous beard, it kind of felt like he was kind of back, and you could tell that by like when he came back, when he came out and everything, he was so excited to be back, as he always is. But it was just cool to see. I was just excited to see how this was gonna go. I did enjoy Ellsworth talking about the 5-second pose. That was pretty funny. I like the thing I do like about Ellsworth. I don't like Ellsworth. I don't. I don't know what it is about Ellsworth, but I don't like him. But the thing about Ellsworth I do like is I like that he's like a fan, but a wrestler. I like that he like still like has like the fan in him. I like that. I also didn't realize that Edge was an 11-time champion, 11-time world champion. Did you realize that?
No.
Because the commentators mentioned it, and I was like, he is? Like, and I don't know. I don't know if it was one of those situations where like Edge won the title and we just didn't know. Like, we obviously know that Edge won the title, but like it didn't feel like it was 11 times. Even on Wikipedia it says 11 times. WWE Championship 4 times, World Championship 7. But man, like I didn't realize he was an 11-time champion.
He just needs to win it 5 more times, and then he can, beat 6 more times, and then he can beat John Cena, because nobody wants to see John Cena beat Ric Flair's record ever. No, I won't allow it.
But I enjoyed this. I like the Undertaker coming back. I thought that was pretty cool. His entrance was hella long. I didn't watch it. Like his entrance, I was like, because obviously, like I had to kind of watch it. I had to watch the second hour today, so I was watching that within an hour and watching NXT within like I was watching both of those within the same hour. So like I kind of had to skip Undertaker's entrance uh, for tonight. But I thought it was pretty cool to see the Undertaker come back. And I agree, he did look good. I think people need to quit overreacting about crap they see on the internet. Like we saw that picture of him on crutches or whatever, and it was like, oh God, he's gonna die, he's dead. Like everybody just overreacted just so much, and I'm like, he's probably like hurt his leg or something. Like, calm down. like number one, he doesn't dye his hair when he's not wrestling. Like so, like we all know this, but every time we see him, like, oh God, he looks so old. Like he doesn't dye his hair when he's not wrestling. He doesn't need to. That's a waste of money. And then like he was on the crutches and everything, and everyone's like, oh God, his leg, his leg is broken. Don't you see it? It's broken. And we couldn't see anything. We didn't even know if they were his. He could have been holding them for the lady that was standing beside him. You never know. But I just I love seeing Undertaker come back and look great like he did, because people just like overreact about the way he looks outside of wrestling so much that like when he comes back and he looks fine, and it's a good thing to see. But I was excited to see Undertaker though. I do want to see what they're going to do with him though, because I know, like you said, he said that WrestleMania doesn't define him anymore. So is that going to mean that he's going to make an appearance at Survivor Series? I almost said Survivor Slam. Survivor Series, or what? Well, I wonder what's going to happen with that. Or is he going to have another match at the Royal Rumble? Because it's been a while since he's had a match at the Royal Rumble, and that's in his not his hometown but home state. So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Anyway, there was another bonus match. We had not televised because when you pay for the ticket, you get extra matches. You get that bonus. No, AJ Styles and the Wyatt family versus Dean Ambrose, Kane, and American Alpha. It was a fun match. It wasn't anything special, but it was definitely a cool match. It was cool seeing Undertaker going back to back up the ramp, and then Kane's music hits. So that was kind of cool. It's always cool seeing Kane and Undertaker. But yeah, just a fun bonus match there for the fans. But that is going to be your weekly WWE review. Pretty good week. Some shortcomings here and there, but all in all, I think we're definitely excited for both Takeover Toronto, even though we know the outcome of the main event now. Thank you, NXT. I almost said TNA because that's something TNA would do. But thank you, NXT. And we're definitely excited for Survivor Series coming up Sunday. But like the video, share the video, follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. And we will see you tomorrow for our TNA review. Probably going to be late because DJ is never on time anymore. Because he's not. He's not. He's horribly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Casey. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
What?
Yeah. I can't hear you over the fact that you complain about me not having a job for so long. I get a job, get a full-time job on top of that, and what do you do? What do you do, Casey? You still complain. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, but are you even saving up for WrestleMania? Are you even saving up? Because tickets go on sale tomorrow. I mean, unless you got that pre-sale code that I got today. Just saying.
I don't think you got a pre-sale code. I think you're lying.
I did. It was on Facebook.
What?
Yeah. There's a pre-sale code but
I'm
it
gonna find
ended
it.
at 11 p.m. tonight. So
What?
tomorrow they go on sale though at 10 a.m. I'm sorry. I didn't. You can
Then
still
always tell me stuff as soon as stuff ends.
yeah, but yeah, 10 a.m. You get ready. You get ready for them tickets. 10 a.m. tomorrow. They going on sale. 10 a.m. Yeah. But anyway, we will see you on the flippity dippity as always, because the dippity is flippity. I tried to change it there and make it unique, and it didn't work.
Didn't work.
So we'll see you on the thing. The thing.